I've survived 1500 days in this world, but after all this time, my XP bar still isn't where I want it to be, and that's just not acceptable anymore. So today I'm building the most insane XP farm anyone has ever seen. But I do need to tell you something. This is my final video in this world, and no, you won't be able to guess why. So I'm thinking right behind this mountain, which the castle is mounted on, we have this massive ocean, perfect for any mob farm because the mob cap will only activate inside the farm itself. But more importantly, I'm thinking we build a massive hand that reaches out of the ocean, and on top of it we'll have a floating monolith, and then all the mobs will rain down into the palm of the hand. That'll be sick, believe it. Alright, where do we begin? We obviously can't do this without pre-planning. Let's go to a blank canvas. I think it's reasonable to say that I know my way around building in Minecraft, but no matter how good my builds may be, nothing comes close to building something organic. So I spent a few days trying. Eventually, this is so perfect. Now all that was left was the monolith. While it was a bit easier, boy was it hard. I couldn't decide what to do with the top, and after deciding that, I couldn't decide what to do with the texturing. Look at the amount of monoliths in front of me. They all have different textures going on for them. I literally ended up painting the gradient on the monolith by hand, but it was so worth it. Now, where do we start? So this is a list of all the materials we need. If you look closely, you'll notice most of these blocks are stone type blocks, which we can only get in the mines. That's apart from the almost 7,000 white concrete. The rest of the items on the list are far simpler to collect, and their amounts are also reasonable. Well, I have two surprises for you guys. Let's get started with the first surprise. Yes, it's not ready yet. We have to perform labor for it. We have everything we need except for slime. We have a shortage of slime. I went on a quick trip to the swamp and tried getting the missing slime for your surprise. However, I am confident that Minecraft has secret mechanics that spawn hordes of mobs around slimes, because look at this. Every time. While getting the slime, we also got ourselves an unexpected friend. Kitty. It's Queso's cat. We rescued her from evil witches. Now she lives in our base. She really gets along with... She gets along with... Oh, yeah. Anyways, now that we have all the slime, I can show you my surprise. For me to show it to you, we dug out a designated space in our deep and grand mines. Ta-da! I present you the Mechamole X500. I came up with that name. Now, if everything is right, we can hit this note block and it'll send a signal to the back and the front. TNT is ignited and... Maybe I should have read chat first. It's okay because my mastermind can build this in no time. I mean, after all, I designed it and I created this. It's my mechanical masterpiece. Hey, what's that on the screen? Everything is where it should be. Now, the first official launch of the Mechamole X500. Let's go! It works! I'm a technical genius. That's worthy of a subscription, right? You'd subscribe for that, right? Unfortunately, this technical masterpiece doesn't solve all our problems. Some of these blocks are located in the mountains and others in the nether, but this will help us find diorite and andesite quickly. Speaking of the mountains, I think it's now time to head to them and cross off calcite from the list. My stream chat told me that using an efficiency 5 pickaxe would instantly mine calcite, so it saved me the hassle of carrying my beacon with me. Look at that massive line of calcite. It's all ours. It turned night quickly, so I headed over to a nearby village. The people there were honestly super warm and welcoming. Oh, you're inviting me in? Yo, what's up, y'all? What's your names? I left the village with my feelings hurt a little. We spent some hours digging through the mountain and got rid of all the calcite. You can slightly see the line of where it used to be. Anyways, listen up guys. All of you have been bugging me, asking me why I don't upgrade to netherite. The reason I never decided to upgrade to netherite is because I really like the look of diamonds. I don't want to walk around looking like an emo, but that'll change today. I actually need netherite. See, in the beginning of this world, we made it so that you can insta-mine deep slate with a netherite pickaxe and haste too. Since we need deep slate and also tough, which is hidden in between deep slate, it is finally time we got ourselves netherite. However, digging mindlessly through netherite seems a bit too boring for my liking. So I know something a lot more fun and just a tad more dangerous. This Bastion is a perfect one. It has the most treasure. Deep down these hoglin and brute filled levels, there are mountains of gold, and also one very fortunate chest. It almost always contains a piece of netherite. I was brave enough to come to a Bastion as a Minecraft hardcore YouTuber, so please cut me some slack for my lack of bravery here. Slowly, we descended level by level. Every time I went down, I built myself a safety tower because the place was a haunt for brutes and crossbow piglins. Can I hit him through that? Yo, what is going on? They're just doing it on purpose now. It may have been a sad raid on the Bastion, but what's important is that I made it to the chest. Oh my days, you can get netherite ingots? I was expecting scraps, bro. We got the whole burger. On the way out, we kind of lost track of our mission, and I went on a bit of a rampage. I have no idea how that didn't jump scare me. That literally scared the life out of me now that I'm editing. Anyways, we made our way back, crafted a netherite table, I forgot what it was called, and officially made ourselves a netherite pickaxe. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to our netherite pickaxe. All right, let's get to work. And getting to work we did. If you're here since the first episode of this world, you know that we set up a few rules. One of which was that everything we build in this world must be immersive, including farms. The white concrete which we need for the build needs a power to concrete converter, for which I think I have a great idea. It'll be a perfect build in which we can hide this farm/converter. The way we put this world together is very old, but cozy old, like a fantasy medieval vibe. Everything feels like it fits in this world perfectly, even something like a massive castle on a mountaintop. Over here we have our farming area, which I think is the perfect location to build us a barn. A classic barn with red walls and white accents. It would be spacious enough to fit the farm inside of it, so I think it's about time we built it. I tried building the barn loosey-goosey for my brain, but that did not go as planned. This is as far as I could build before being stuck on the next step. So I did what I always do and sought some inspiration on Pinterest before designing it in my creative world. And just so you know, every build in this world, including the monolith, is available on Patreon. It would truly mean a world to me if you supported me over there. We kick things off by digging a hole deep into the ground. This is where the TNT will blow up the concrete and store it in chests. After we dug the hole, it was time for the barn itself. Yes, that is so cute. It's giving good old America. With the barn now built in the world, we were finally able to grind the almost 7,000 white concrete for the monolith we were so close to building. This barn is just another example of how easy it is to make your world 100 times more immersive. Farmland stretches over the side of this meadow hill, and at the end you have this one landmark that feels like the final puzzle piece of a story, which in itself is a puzzle piece to a greater picture. The kingdom we have put together, a castle, a symbol of peace, the bustling marketplace, a sign of community, my personal camping area, a form of humbleness, and now the barn, in addition to the other farming buildings hiding farms, a testament of sustenance. But after all of this, why was it that I chose to build a monolith again? That's right. I remember. There is a story I haven't told yet. I only hinted that this video would be the final one in this kingdom. Over 1,500 days spent building such a breathtaking kingdom, truly pushing my limits and forcing myself to learn and improve. All of that just to abandon it in the end? Why? Well, I think it's time I told you. And the answer isn't simple. I have multiple reasons for this abandonment that all piled up to this decision. I am very much alive. I haven't died in this world, if that's what you were wondering. I love this world more than I loved any of my previous worlds. I am glad I lost this and this and this because it allowed this to exist. But the reasons why I am ending it here is, well, firstly, as much as building is my work as an artist, so is making videos. And clearly clearly the decline in viewership has shown me that people may not love this world as much as I do. Now, before you write out your essays in the comment section, I know that a good chunk of you love this world. Trust me, I am grateful for all of you expressing this to me many times. But a larger reason is actually, I have a better idea for a new series. I have an idea that is almost identical to what I do now, but instead it feels fresh, it's better, and more beneficial to you. Now, I won't spoil my idea just yet. You'll have to wait for the first episode of it for me to fully convey to you the idea behind it. But it is something I am looking forward to. And trust me, you will love what's coming next more than what we have now. So the monolith, the thing that we have been preparing to build all this time, is a tribute to this world. It feels disconnected from the world, but that is with intent. Though, there is one more reason why we are building this monolith. A reason that is very personal. But I've talked for too long now. How about we get back to work, and when the time comes and we build the monolith, I tell you exactly what the mystery behind it is. Alright, we need to snap back to focus. Only a few items are left to collect, and we are truly near the end. We have all the stone type blocks, and the final large batch of an item type is wood. Thankfully, we built a wood farm in the last episode. So mindlessly, we spent some time farming wood. I used my legendary technique to quickly strip mine all the wood. After you build a decent sized pillar, you mine it by holding down both right and left click. Now that we are done with collecting all the stone and wood blocks, we have so little items left to collect that I don't even need to scroll anymore. Another thing you may notice is that these items are easy to collect. The only difficult blocks are shroom lights, which will just take hard labor, and that also goes for smooth quartz. The frog lights are easy to obtain because we have a farm for them. Wait. Ochre frog lights? Ochre? So, I may have forgotten that I only have the frogs in my farm that get you verdant frog lights. That means that we need to travel to a swamp to get us some frog babies. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we've been to this swamp in every single video. And this swamp is not nearby either. But you know what? It's fine. This feels like a poetic final journey. I let the baby frogs grow in my base since it's the right biome. I leashed them once they grew up to bring them to the nether in very humane ways. I managed to put them in the farm, took some of the verdant frog lights, and dropped the rest until I had space for the ochre frog lights. After a session of AFKing, we had all the frog lights we needed, and I put them in our ever-growing materials chest of the monolith. And now truly, only the easy items are left. Well guys, we've come so far that I can actually say we are ready. Every item down to the last block has been collected, and we can finally build the hand rising out of the waters and the monolith floating above. And when I reveal to you the true lore behind it all, it will be the perfect end to send off this world. However, that send off won't be perfect just yet. I promise I won't take long, but before I bid farewell to this world, I want to sprinkle a final bit of my love around, crossing off every little immersive touch I had in mind for this world.
I'm a traveling spirit, I've seen many shores, from the West Pacific to the island of Cano. They treat me like a son anywhere I go, and even though no one can tell, I still feel that I'm alone. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm alone. Leave me stranded, I know how to handle it all on my own. On my own.
Guys, it took me so long, but look at this waterfall, man. It's so cool.
I have learned that no one else can carry this load. It's a train where I'm the only passenger on board. Oh, there is beauty to enjoy.
Guys, I wanted a map in our world for the longest time. I'm so happy it's finally here. Here's a little bit of a teaser for the lore I will explain later. Now that we are done with the few things I wanted to build, there's just a final couple of activities I missed doing.
Leave me stranded, I know how to handle it all on my own. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm alone. Leave me stranded, I know how to handle it all on my own. On my own.
All right, it is time. Even in the end, I kept my promise of making everything immersive and made it so that the arm rises from the bottom of the ocean. This hand is the hand of imprisonment, because at the start of the series, in the very first episode, we lost our beloved cat, Paws. Later in the series, we found a similar cat right where she died and made ourselves believe that this was Paws, but in reality, it's not. So this final build is our closure. The hand will imprison the evil mob that killed our beloved Paws, and the monolith is called the Monolith of Vengeance, an eternal punishment for the creepers.
We try so hard to feel sane. It's all in our brain. Always keeping us restless with the lights. Keeping us restless with the lights. Always keeping us restless.
Thank you guys so much for the support during this series. All I can say for now is that the next series will be better than this. This was made with love by me, Prince.